we had to pay the whole thing, which at the time was a lot. We did that. I was super excited. What's good, Shayla babies? Welcome back to your girl freaking lit channel. Hi, how are you guys doing? So I coming back with a little I don't know what you call it. It's not a story time. It's I don't know. Don't mind the background. It's blankets. Okay, so I'm coming with a little what they don't tell you, like in high school or when you get older. With that little thing, and it's gonna be like a, you know, keep it short. I'm gonna keep it simple. Everything that you guys need to know. Today is Tuesday, January the 9th. I'm out of work because of bad weather, so I am home, and I decided to do a little advice or whatever you want to call this. So I don't know, I might switch locations because I'm laying down and the lighting is not really that good, so we're gonna switch locations right quick. Guys, we just gonna have to hold this camera. I got all my lights on. I'm trying to get that good lighting, and it's like really no good lighting. So this is a little, you know, sit down whatever on, like, telling you guys on, explaining you guys on stuff that they don't tell you when you're in high school or when you're an adult, because your girl, me, had to learn the hard way. So sit back, relax, listen to this advice if you want to, or if you just want to watch this video. I might have to fix my hair. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna have it like this. It kind of looks all right. Okay, so with that, so what they don't tell you when you're adult or when you're in high school is the number one thing that everybody should know is they don't tell you how to start your credit and how to grow your credit. So me, I never had credit. I never had a credit card. I never did none of that. I mean, my mom and my uncle, they used to be like, oh, you should get a credit card, da da da, but they never told me the purpose of having a credit card and growing your credit. So once I started, I'm gonna be all over the place, but once I started like when I moved to my first apartment, they was like, oh, we're gonna check your credit. You know, they gotta always run your credit, check it, and see, you know, if you got good credit, or if you don't, how much your deposit or whatever go be. And then when they do that, you either get a yes or no. So me, I had no credit starting out. Somehow I still got approved for my apartment. My boyfriend and I, we did not have credit. We still got approved. I guess it was the income that they looked at too, but credit is the top thing that people look at, and that's how you mostly get approved for any and everything. So when I was in school, nobody really taught me about credit, getting a credit card and all of that, because my family, we usually just get what we want, straight cash. We don't do no payments, all of that. The only thing we did payments for is, of course, your phone bill, but yeah. So we never really, no, they never really taught me about that. And then I still, even when I moved, I was like, okay, how can I get credit? Nobody really told me how to get credit, what you gotta do. I had to figure that out on my own. So I'm just gonna talk about the credit part first, and then I'm gonna go back to like housing and, you know, what you gotta go to get your apartment or house or all that other stuff. So I'd say like 2-3 years, probably like 3 years ago, I was in the process of buying a house. So I did the first time home buyer class. I did all that, and the guy that we had saw, his name was Jordan, and So he sat us down. He was like, okay, we're finna go over everything. We had, our jobs, how much we made, all our bills together, and credit. So when he said that part, I was like, well, sir, I don't have credit. He was like, that's the biggest thing. That's how you can get approved for a realtor. Well, find a realtor, you get approved for how much money you want, like how much money they go give you for this house. And then I wish I had all my paperwork, but I threw it away. But he said, if you have a certain amount of credit, that's how you'll get approved for a certain amount of money. And then you can find a realtor, you talk to the realtor, you tell the realtor your price, how much you got, or how much you want to like spend on a house. And the realtor go out and find houses around that price range, and you go check it out. And then once you check it out, say if you like it, y'all go through with the whole process. But if you don't, you just keep looking at whatever. So I did not know that. So that was the first step that we had to do. We had to get credit. So from that day, like soon after I think I left work, I had went to my bank and I had applied for a credit card. So I had applied for a credit card and I did a personal loan. A personal loan, it comes out, they give you a certain amount of money. I think I had started out with $500. So they gave me $500 that went in my account, and every month, I think it was either every month or every 2 weeks. I think every time I got paid. So it was like every 2 weeks. Yeah, every 2 weeks, like a certain amount comes out my account, and I was just paying it back. So and so I had a personal loan, and then I had a credit card, which was $500. And I did not want to use none of that stuff. I was like, oh, why I need a credit card and I'm just not going to use it. But a credit card can come in handy. It can help with groceries, it can help with gas, it can help with like a bill, or if you just want to use it just to use it, but you making sure you're making payments and you're making sure that you put the money back on your card. So that's what the credit card is for. Credit card is actually really good for you, and it actually helps. Personal loan is super good if you're just now starting or you're in high school and you want to go ahead and start. Get a personal loan with your bank. They might have different prices and all that other stuff, but I think a personal loan comes in handy. And I've still been doing on personal loan. Like I reapply for my personal loan or get another one. So those go head to head, like a credit card and doing a personal loan. I will advise you guys to do that if you don't know, or if you haven't did it and you be like, oh, how can I grow my credit? That's what you can do. I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying, it's stuff that you can do. My arm's hurting. Sorry. This is not a regular video. I don't usually hold my phone when I'm doing a video. So credit is one. That's the biggest that you have to have. While some places you don't have to have credit, but it will be a higher security deposit. Like where I stay now, I didn't have credit and I pay, I think it was like $500 for the security deposit. So that's what I had to do. Then of course, getting my lights turned on, I didn't have credit, so I had to pay, forgot how much it was to get my lights turned on, but I had to pay a good bit. It's from $0 to a certain number, and then where I stay, it was like $0 to $500. Depends on credit, and of course I had to pay the $500 because your girl didn't have no kind of credit whatsoever. So that's that. So while looking for like a apartment or a home, I advise you guys to, what I did, I looked up places on apartments. I think it was like apartments.com, or I did something because I was ready to move. So after looking up apartments and places and stuff, we even looked at houses. We looked like mostly everywhere. So I looked at pictures, I read the reviews, and I toured. Sometimes the reviews, I listen to the reviews, because say if it's a nice place but maintenance not good, or the front office not good. Like, say if you call them to come do something or fix something, they take forever. All that. I read reviews because it's like, if I go to a place and say if something wrong and I'm contacting maintenance and they take months to, you know, come fix it, of course I'm gonna be mad, because I'm paying a certain amount of money, all this money to stay here, and you guys can't come fix what's wrong. So of course I check the reviews. I don't care where they're at. I check the reviews. I do that when I go to hotels, out to eat, stuff like that. I do that with any and everything, even ordering packages or ordering stuff in my packages and stuff. So also with the what else? When you tour, please always tour before you do an application. That's what we did. So we toured like a couple places. There was one place he used to stay at. We went to go look, and then it was like, I think it didn't really look right to me. So I was like, no. But price wise, I loved it. Like, you know, I loved the price at the time, but where it was at and how it looked and all that. No, I'm very picky, so the floors had to be a certain color. The cabinets had to be a certain color. If the cabinet was ugly, I'm not staying here. I was like, no, I'm not gonna stay here. I'm not doing that. So we toured, and then we toured like 2 more places. I think we toured this place, and then we toured another place that was similar to this place. And somehow we choose this place. So I'm going to tell you that process. So it was another place that was similar to this. It's the same layout. They the same company. They just different names and different locations. And so it was like, I think we toured this one first. And we toured this one that I'm in. And we was like, okay, you know, I like this. And it was close to everything, and it was natural sunlight. I loved it. I loved everything about it, the cabinets and the room. I fell in love. And so we was like, okay, you know, the lady was telling us the whole, you know, how much it would be. At the time it was gonna be like I think it was like $965 or something like that. And over the years it went up. Just imagine. For 3 years it went up. So she's telling us the price and all the other stuff, and if we like it and we apply, and we can get approved by this day, and we can move in by this day. So mind you, it was in 2021. It was January. I remember it was January 2021. After the new year, we were starting to look at places and all the other stuff. And so she was just going through us with everything, what we had to do, what all we needed, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, boom. So this is exactly what we need. I was like, okay, so this is what we need. This is what we got to do. All the paperwork that we have to, fill out, all the other stuff. I get to that later. So we was like, okay, well, we'll keep you updated. And that was that. And then we saw another one that was similar to this, and I don't know why we didn't choose that one. I don't know, but this one was just closer to everything. And the other one, I don't know, it was the same, but it was higher. We looked at the same layout, the same thing, and their price was higher. At the time, we was looking at price. We were looking at price, and we were looking at how it looked. Because me, I was picky. You guys on here say yes, I was picky. So after all that, then I had applied. Application was like, I think it was like $50 for both, so it's like $100. We both had to do. We both had to fill it out, and then of course we had to submit documents, do all this other stuff. Well, like pay stub, we had to submit that, credit score, all that other stuff, and that's how they determine if you get it or not. And I would say, I think it was like the beginning of February. I remember we moved in February I think it was 16. It was supposed to be the 12th, but we got it pushed back, and I think it was the 16th, because it was supposed to be after Valentine's Day. think it was the 15th or the 16th. It was one of them. So it was after Valentine's Day, and yeah, because we had stuff planned for Valentine's Day. We was like, you know what, let's just save our money, and we're moving, so we know we got it. I had already paid the security deposit. I think it was like half month's rent, something like that. And then I think 2 weeks later, it was like we had to pay the whole thing, which at the time was a lot. So we did that. I was super excited. If I can find the dates, what they said, what she had said, and all the other stuff, I might pop it up. But if I can't find it, then I'm sorry. It's somewhere in my email. That's like 2021. It's 2024 right now. Yeah. So she had told us, she was like, you know, you guys got approved, you can pick up your keys, you can do this, you can do that, and the whole 9 yards. I was excited. I think he was at my house at my mom's house at the time, and I was like, oh my gosh, you got approved. And he was like, you're lying. So he read the email, we talked to the lady, we did all the other stuff, and then we went to go turn in, do the security deposit. So that's mostly it. Always check. You don't have to, but check the reviews, tour, and then do the application. Because if you don't like it and you already did the application, you're wasting your money. So yeah, and then that's really it. That's really all of that. Yeah. So even though your credit is not good or it's not there, it's some places, I don't know how it is now because I've been here for like 3 years. It's some places that will still let you move in, but you have to pay a higher security deposit, if that makes sense. But still, if you want to, go ahead and do your credit. I am still working on my credit. I want my credit to be good. It's all right now, but I want to be better. So I'm working on my credit. Work on your credit. Read reviews for like apartments or homes. It goes for both. They go head to head. Always tour, and then submit your application. So if you guys have any other questions about, you know, life situations, your girl, I might know. I can do a car next because car shopping, I don't even want to get into car shopping. I can do that video right after this video. Well, yeah. It's a lot that you have to go through just to move, just to get approved somewhere. No matter how much money you make, your credit score matters. I can make all the money in the world. My credit score matters. They look at your credit score for any and everything. So that's why they say try to start your credit young, which I didn't do. I wish I did, but it's okay. I'm learning. But start your credit score young. Start your credit young, and then you can build your credit. Do whatever. You can get like to rent somewhere, like rent a furniture or something. You can rent out a little couch and just pay little by little, or I talk about the car situation next. Car payments, that will help your credit. It's a lot of stuff out here that will actually help your credit if you just look into some things. I probably can find some things for you guys and probably make a video about that later, about what can actually help your credit. So that's that. I have a Zoom meeting and soon, so I got to set up for my Zoom meeting. But I just want to get on here, tell you guys about life stories and how credit and moving go head to head, which I explain my credit situation, what I try to do while buying a house, what you have to go through while buying a house. I told you that part, and I told you about what I did when I actually started looking for apartments and how I got the apartment I am in now. So If you have any more questions, go ahead and drop the comments, and I will put all the comments together and I will answer your questions in a video. But with that being said, that's it for this video. I love you. The Shelly baby love you. If I have anything, I will probably stitch it to this video or pause this video and then add it in. But right now, I don't know. But that's really it. I hope you guys be safe in this weather. Stay dry. It is pouring down raining. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's raining. But yeah, I love you. Shelly baby love you. And we out here.